Came back. On this one, yo, I wanna just, we're gonna talk about a preferable thing. Now you see I got Dr. York up there. We're gonna talk some Dr. York. We're gonna also talk about the Moors or whatnot. And we're gonna, you know, talk about a few different things. Now listen, they always, cause we gotta destroy the lies and the myths about Africa. They always say, I hear everybody be saying that, even some of the, top scholars or whatnot. But what we know today is more advanced today than what some of our elders knew. They wanted us to take their information and advance it, family. They didn't say take it, internalize it, and make it the all in all. They said take it and build on it. So they always say, oh man, African people, oh y'all, we ain't never been one. We always been fighting. We always been tribes and all of this. And to a certain degree, I give them, some cool points on there. But okay. But y'all forgot about the life started in the Nile Valley. First of all. And before any of them tribes, we had to learn how to eat. That means we had to learn what to eat. Okay, what seeds we can plant, what seeds we don't need to plant. We had to learn that first. See, we done internalize the propaganda. And, that's propaganda because when you look at it, and you take Nubia and Kemet, for example, right? And you will see the Africans fighting. But what we ain't realizing is the pre-dynastic. All 42 of the major African tribes that's still in Africa today, all 42 used to live in the Nile Valley. If you go to Chancellor Williams' work, right? He say Africans 4 or 5,000 miles away from the Nile Valley say that the Nile Valley is their ancient homeland. There's no mistake about that. You can go right to Africa right now to the Twa, the Zulu, you know what I'm saying? Wherever tribe you want to go to, the Mambitus, wherever. They gonna tell you that that's they ancient homeland. See, everybody used to live in the Nile. And then life spread it out through Africa. And we talk about, not archaic human, we talk about Homo sapiens sapiens. Because that's the term that they use. But the Africans come about the Nile, family. And we can't internalize the propaganda and say, oh, we was all, because it took, unity to build what we build in the Nile. All them structures, you got the Temple of Amen the size of a city. You can't fight and then have unity to build a damn city. You see, like I was talking about Akon City, they in the front room. Like I was talking about Akon City or whatnot earlier. You can't argue with the planners, and you can't do that. There's no way. There's no way. So you had to have some type of unity to build nations like that. And you see that's, the most valuable nation on the planet because they study that to advance their nations today. So with that being said, it had to be some unity going on. And then, you look at, the pre-dynastic, like I was saying, if you look at that, right, you will see the 42 cataracts is in the Nile, which are 42 districts, 22 in Lower Kemet, 20 in Upper Kemet. Upper Kemet is up by Ethiopia. Lower Kemet is up by what y'all call Egypt. Now I gotta get this tight. And all of those tribes used to live in unison, had the same religion. And you talking about the unification of all those 20 tribes in the south and the 22 in the north, which today would be the Zulus, the Akans, the Igbos, the Fulani, whatever. Those tribes that you see out in Africa today only lived in that one area for a long time too. And you talk about King Menes or King Narmer uniting the two lands. You talking about two people that got similar ideology but two different gods. And you got Ra, the god of the north, Amen, the god of the south, and they bringing those two gods together, which became Amen Ra. That's the unification of a people. And that's in the new kingdom, basically. You see what I'm saying? That's not pre-dynastic. That's in the newer kingdoms right there. You see what I'm saying? So you had those united lands, which was all the tribes in Africa. So I want to just dispel that myth right quick, just off King Narmer. But then if you look at the pre-dynastic, the Typhonians or whatnot like that, if you look Tyseti or whatnot, if you look at that, that's the unification of two lands. It only broke up when we start wanting to, oh, this family want to rule, this family want, when we start doing the dynasty thing. You see what I'm saying? But it was the land of Set at one time. Now they don't Set an evil deity. No, he ain't. He a Nubian deity. You see what I'm saying? And you know, by them unifying them two lands, that killed all that. Okay, and that made a government. Period. Under the laws of spirituality of Amen and Ra. So that killed all that. I'm tired. That killed that myth. I don't want ever want to hear that again. Now, I want to talk about the Moors, and then we'll do Dr. York last. Now the Moors, you know, always try to take credit for African accomplishments and try to be sneaky with it too. Try to be sneaky with it too, like we don't see what they doing. We see your little red fez sneaking around the corner. And I'm loading up the 6-shooter about to pop one off on the mud. They're like, hold on, King, let them get a little bit closer. But the Moors, you see what I'm saying? We look at y'all in history or whatnot. How can we trust y'all today and we look at y'all in history? And y'all, you know, everywhere the European was, y'all was like with Mussolini. Y'all was right there with the Europeans. Okay, there go them crowns down there. Let's take them and take them back to Spain or Britain or whatnot. Everywhere the European was, you was there pointing that he is down there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how y'all understood where everything. Y'all didn't know where everything was at either. Just to throw that out there. But I ain't even understand a little bit of stuff that y'all knew where it was at. How you even know where these kingdoms was at? After 700 years, y'all done been up there with them. You see what I'm saying? Somebody had to been done, wrote them something down and said, well, look, this a map or something. This where this king, the Ashanti kingdom met. This where the Zulu kingdom met. This where the Ethiopian, you know, kingdom or whatnot. And they had to have a map to go back down in there and tell all these Arabs and Europeans where everything get. Cause why? Cause all our stuff in their museums, how they get it? The Moors showed them where it was at. The Moors showed them where it was at. And, you know, like I be talking about the artwork. And, you know, the artwork that they got in the museum, they say that is priceless. And they use that as spoils of war. And that's called diplomatic diplomacy. To when nations can trade back artifacts for when it was a time of war. Y'all can get some of y'all stuff back. We get some of my stuff back. But Africa ain't got none of that shit. Africa shit all in their museums. Who helped them get it? The Moors. Who took down the Ashanti kingdom and Mali and all that for the Arabs? The Moors. The Moors. But see, they'll say, oh yeah, we did all of this. But y'all was on the other side helping them people. Don't lie. You was helping them people. You wasn't on the African side saying, bro, y'all was helping them. Oh, King Tut with the Turks. These niggas was with the Turks. King Tut, one of them told me that King Tut Kingdom was over here southeast 23 degrees or whatnot. And then them little Ottoman Turks went down in there and digged it out. And who showed them how to do it? The Moors. But who they daddy? The Turks, the Arabs. That's why they always claim Islam, but then they'll say we from Morocco and America and all this over the place philosophy. And see, that bring me to Dr. York. Now, Dr. York, the king of the all over the place philosophy. Dr. York, the king of the all over the place philosophy. Because Dr. York, he was you know, of course you see him right now, a Moor. He was Kemetic. He was Nubian, Hebrew, Israelite, all at the same time. He was Freemason. He was Christian. He was all Buddhism. Ain't nothing, no society that Dr. York didn't get into. He from the planet Rix, which I don't too much disagree with, because a lot of the ancient Africans talking about coming from outer space. The Egyptians, the Dogons, the Latois, all of them talk about coming from outer space. They go back to that George Clinton, the mothership, but that's another story. But anyway, but they never said nothing about no planet Rix. And when they went down there to Putnam, Georgia, the white people say that they went in the cowboy store and bought a whole bunch of cowboy clothes. And see, that shows right there, he did not have the Nubian philosophy then. He had to get down there and get his thoughts and stuff together. He got to read and going in Dr. Ben them books, even though he called Dr. Ben a demon and the devil, Dr. Clark a devil and a demon. And then he went in Dr. Clark them books and then took some of the Egyptian information. And then he go right down there and build up a Egyptian society. And I credit Dr. York, you know, for trying to build his own nation. But we know the rules of the land. You cannot build a nation within a nation. Not no America. So that was his first mistake. He ought to know that wasn't going to last. You know good and well this man do not want to see black people smiling on no type of level. And no white people was riding by down there in Georgia or whatnot on the highway, because it was right by the highway. And they said it looked like an amusement park. And they be trying to clown it, but I actually like what he done. You see what I'm saying? He made it look good. You understand what I'm saying? But when the people went and bulldozed that, when they was bulldozing it over or whatnot, I could see the contractors that was on the tractors or what, they was smiling. They was like happy to see it fall. But that let me know right there, every time they rolled past that motherfucker, that shit was hitting their ass. That the little energy that they had coming up off. Because no matter where you show where black people is in power, it's going to be, I don't care if it's, you could get a bomb off the street to do a painting to show black people in power. It's going to be some energy coming off that paint. You understand what I'm saying? So by Dr. York having his people make it look all pretty looking like that, it was killing them white people's souls to see that. Because they won't, see, they push that they the ancient Africans. How you an ancient African white boy? That's another story. But he pushed that he the ancient African. So for him to see that in his land and for it to be looking, because if you look down there, y'all been to Vegas. He got the white boy Sphinx up there. And even the pyramid white. You understand what I'm saying? What you was white in the first, I give him, but he made the image look like him. So for him to see that down there, Georgia, it was eating his ass up. So I give Dr. York definitely credit on that, just to show them black images like that. That shit be eating them up. And I did a video earlier or whatnot about y'all worshiping them white images. But anyway, you know, they hit Dr. York with the charges or whatnot. Now I always said, you know, he deserved, if what they saying Dr. York done, he deserved what he got. But 130 years, that's a little bit railroad right there, man. 130 years, he can't even do that much time. And that's how they wanted it. You see what I'm saying? Because if he was a man that done been in every society, black, and some white, he done been in all that, so he got all that information that this man got, because there ain't no doubt of that. He got some information, whether no matter how he got it, he got some information, and you don't take nobody information all for true or not. Y'all know I always don't go behind me and study what I'm saying. Go do the and you that shit king right every goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? But like he would come to Dr. York. He got some good information. Like I say, polite. We know polite. Come out, he like damn near polite that. You know what I'm saying? Polite probably will say that too. You see what I'm saying? And you see polite a little genius or whatnot. But this, they couldn't let him back out on the streets with all the information that he had. You understand what I'm saying? So they had the railroading with the 130. So he had never touched the streets again. You understand what I'm saying? And Dr. York, for you little goofies out there, Dr. York say he's Sudanese. Sudan in Africa. It ain't on the moon. It ain't on Saturn. It ain't in the Middle East. It's in Africa. The Sudan is in Africa. Now this man done said he a whole lot of things, but he said he African. So y'all can, this the king of it, because I'm killing it all over the place philosophy, because this the king of it. Even though y'all learned Charles from Hidden Colors or whatnot. But he the king of the all over the place philosophy. And there he is right there. I got you. I got you. I got you. And we going to come back to Dr. York. So y'all like, subscribe, and share. Chop out.